All right, ready? Alrighty, welcome back to the Son of a Boy Dad podcast. Today it is
the 19th.
The 19th or the 20th?
19th.
Today is the August 19th, and we are here live from
the Midtown Manhattan.
HQ3.
Do you guys say Upper West Side or the Upper West Side?
Ooh, it depends on the conversation I'm having.
You code switch?
Yeah.
To whom?
I don't know. Sometimes I'll be like, I gotta go to Upper West. Or if you're like talking about where someone lives, I go, oh, they live in the Upper West.
What about East Village or the East Village?
Nah, it's always East Village.
Really? Francis, where do you sit on this?
That's a tough question, actually. I'm kind of confused. I don't know. I can't hear it in my own head.
I saw a sassy gay on TikTok saying, you don't say Upper West Side, you say the Upper West Side. It's like saying Bronx instead of the Bronx. And then he put this huge dick into his mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe I would have flagged that.
Yeah, no, I guess gay rights, I guess. Pride Month was over.
I guess that, I would abbreviate it maybe and say I'm where are you? Upper East. But otherwise I would say the Upper East Side, the Upper West Side.
Yeah.
Someone tag this sassy gay and flame these boys.
Flame it. Flamer. Flamer, I hardly know her.
Yes. Can't say that's a bad word.
Flamer?
Yeah.
Except for her.
Remember when we used to say that? That was what we...
I had never... No one my age ever said that. The first time I ever heard that was when...
He's a flamer.
Joey.
Yeah.
The video guy.
Yeah.
For
Joey
Neighborhood
Clem.
Eats. Yeah. He was talking... He was referring to two dudes, and he's like, these two fucking flamers were hitting on me. And I never heard... I was dying laughing. I thought he made that up.
There was somehow a scene from that movie Philadelphia where Denzel Washington represents Tom Hanks in a case about AIDS. Remember
Yes,
that?
of course.
I've never seen that, no.
It's a classic.
I
It's
love
a great
Denzel,
movie.
though. And I love Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks won the Oscar for Best Actor in consecutive years.
Damn.
Do you know the other film for which he won?
When did it come out?
I don't know. Must have
90?
been early 90s or something like that. Maybe the late 80s even. Probably early 90s. It's obvious. It should be obvious.
Saving Private Ryan?
No, he didn't win for that. Gump.
Gump? Fuck.
Yeah.
Meek?
Really?
You think about how progressive the Academy was that year. That they, in back-to-back years, they gave the Oscar to a gay man and then a man who was
Severely.
Special needs.
Severely special needs.
Yeah, they were really making a statement.
Meek Mill had a mixtape called All Flamers.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
But it was about
Himself.
good music. No, it was about having sweet music.
Oh,
He wasn't
Fire
talking-
Flames.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
Fire. Okay.
Well, you know he's gay.
Meek?
Don't say
Yeah.
that.
Well, that's what we were told.
Yeah.
Don't say that. Don't you
Yeah,
dare
you be
fucking
careful
say that
about that now.
Meek.
Keep that.
What was
his
this?
name
What
out
was
of
the
your
line
mouth.
that he had? He was like, "I hope they forgive me for what I did with Diddy." It was AI though, wasn't real.
Yeah, he wouldn't do that.
There was a scene though in that movie and that popped up on my Instagram of Denzel Washington's in a bar, and because he's representing Tom Hanks and everyone knows he's gay, the whole bar is absconding him for his defense.
Yeah.
And they say he has to defend himself, and he says, "Look, I don't like Tutti Fruttis any more than the next guy." That's not really Denzel, but that's the closest
It's
I can
honestly
do.
not a bad Denzel.
I don't like Tutti Fruttis any more than the next guy, but the law is the law. Did you forget about the law?
It's a pretty good Denzel.
No, it's not.
But
not
he's a
bad.
little more toothy.
Yeah.
And he more than the next guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's almost like Sean Connery.
And he more than the next guy. Listen, King Kong,
That's
King
like
Kong
Bane.
don't got nothing on me.
I'm like a vodka martini, shaken not stirred.
I don't even know what that is.
That's Sean Connery.
Sean Connery in Training Day in James Bond.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Though
I thought we were still on Denzel.
We jumped.
the bartender then steps in and he goes, "Well, at least we got one thing in common, Denzel." And Denzel says, "What?" And he goes, "I don't like Tutti Fruttis either."
Yeah.
And so Tutti Frutti was the
Slur for gays.
term before Flamer.
But Little Richard had a song called Tutti Frutti, but it was like before people knew Little Richard was gay. It was just like having a gay old time. You know, I was like, Tutti Frutti. You know?
Tutti Frutti's not bad. I can't imagine the gay community didn't like that.
They
Tutti
didn't.
Frutti's an ice cream flavor.
Yeah.
That's how I know it.
Or when you get a pancake set IHOP. It's the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness, what a mouthful.
I usually just say, let me get a stack of flamers.
Do you want butter or jizz on those?
Dude, I don't think that the idea at this point in my life of ordering a stack of pancakes or French toast at breakfast, I might as well just shoot myself with a fucking syringe
Francis,
of
you
anesthetic.
you play the healthy guy. I was with you this
Wait,
weekend.
wait.
I could see you ordering 3 stacks of
I had
pancakes at
a bad
breakfast.
weekend. I really fell apart this weekend.
We went to the movies. Francis got a family-sized bag, and I'm like, I eat gummies more than most people on the
This
planet.
was so bad.
Francis got a family-sized bag of watermelon Sour Patch
Patch.
Kids.
Ooh.
Dude, before the movie started, he was holding the pack open with having the sugar drain into his mouth.
Look, there are diabetic children in Africa whose sugar balance levels are
I've never
all out of
seen
whack.
someone do that. I've never seen someone
Lick
like
the
It
bag?
wasn't
eat
before.
eat
It wasn't
the bottom of the
before
bag of the
the movie was over.
sugar.
It was probably halfway through, and I
That's a Frank the Tank move.
I told Mook to take them because I didn't want them anymore.
Mook didn't have anything.
Mook
oh, man.
wouldn't take them from me.
Not the kind
which
of crew
would have
that you want to go
saved
to the
me.
movies with. I got a large popcorn. I was the only one that had any of it. I thought we were
We didn't know
gonna
you
all
were
share
sharing.
the
We
popcorn.
are afraid of you. Let's establish that. Mook and I are both afraid of you. It's like being with your mom when she's going through menopause.
Yeah.
You are a fucking mom who is dealing with severe hot flashes around the clock.
It's not true.
Is this
at
true?
All. No, Mook's not afraid of me.
When we got our snacks and stuff for the movie, I got a huge bag of Sour Patch watermelons and a bottle of water.
They both got, and Mook got nothing in a water.
Yeah, and
I
we're
got a
walking from
popcorn,
there,
a large Diet Coke,
Yeah.
and Airhead Extremes.
and we're walking from the concessions to the movie, excited to go to our movie. And Sass is going, man, remind me never to go to a movie with you two again.
I did not say that.
What did you say?
I
it
said
was
something.
very close.
I said something. I was just making fun of that you guys got waters.
Yeah, but you were like, these are the 2 worst movie companions I've ever had. And then I said to you, you might be the worst person I've ever hung out with. I'd never experienced it before where like every single thing that comes out of your mouth is just unhappiness.
Just the water bottle
Just
at the movies.
unhappiness.
Water bottle at the movies is crazy, and no popcorn is crazy.
But if I knew that I have a problem with sugar, I'm probably going to crush the entire gigantic bag of Sour Patch watermelons. Why do I need to layer soda on top of that?
Because it's so good.
But they don't go well together for me. That's too much.
Yeah, candy and soda don't go well together, but
Popcorn.
popcorn and soda go well together.
If I had done a Pop and McCorn, or if I'd known that you would be willing to share, the odds of you actually sharing your popcorn, I didn't even
I
consider
barely
that
even
would.
like popcorn. I got a large popcorn, assuming that they were going to eat most of it.
You didn't tell us that.
I had like 2 handfuls of popcorn, and then we just had to throw away the full large.
Do you know
Jesus
why I
Christ.
assumed you probably weren't sharing your popcorn?
Because you're crazy.
Because we were at the casino the night before, and I
Well,
was
that's
saying,
much different.
let's
This
bet
is
the
much
same
different.
bets at the roulette table. Sass, what are you betting? And you'd be like, I don't know. And then at the final second, when they were like, last call, place your bets, you'd be like, odd.
That's what
So that I didn't
that's
have
how you play
time
roulette,
to
though.
bet on top of you.
That's how
And
you
then
play roulette.
if I put money on red first, you would just put it on black.
That's not true. We did bet the same multiple times.
And you wouldn't even talk
But
to me
also,
because you were
if
mad
you're-
that I was trying to be supportive, a team player.
I was on the hottest streak maybe ever in roulette, and he comes over and he's trying to hop on.
But isn't it fun to bet with other people?
I would do.
Especially with
He
roulette?
hates it. He hates betting with me.
I did bet with him.
No,
but
you
it was
didn't,
like I'm playing the inside
begrudgingly.
and the outside. So it's like, what am I supposed to do? Okay, I have to tell you every single bet I'm going to do. I'm going to do black, and then I'm going to do 7, 13, 33.
Oh, wow. You know, it's so hard as you're placing.
You're
Here's
talking
one
about he
on
had
7.
1 chip in his hand. He couldn't handle all the bets I was doing. I won. I beat the casino this weekend.
You were up?
Yeah, I beat the
He
house.
doesn't like winning together.
That's not true.
Is
at
that
all.
true?
When I bet on sports, I bet on the same thing with everyone I'm with.
With who?
We weren't betting on sports.
With
were we?
Gardini?
Yeah, if I'm with Gardini, I'll bet on the same
Mook
thing
and I
as him.
both wanted to play blackjack.
Me and
we
Mook,
said,
me and
Sass,
Mook
come play blackjack
send
with
each
us.
other our bets every week, and I take all the bets that he has.
We were saying, hey, come sit at the blackjack table. It's so fun. He goes, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And
I
then we
know.
were like,
I
"Dude,
said
for
I'm
1 second,
playing
come play
roulette. You're
blackjack."
making all of this up.
And then I tried to play. What are you talking about? No, I'm not.
You said come play roulette, and I said you come
No.
play blackjack, and I said, well, I'm playing roulette.
No, you were like, I'm not doing that. There's no way I'm doing that. That's what you said.
I don't.
As we were walking to the casino, and Mook and I were like, come on, it's so fun. It's so fun to win as a team playing blackjack. And you were like, no, I'm going to play roulette. And we were like, okay. So we stood next to you and tried to play roulette with you. And it was as if we were giving you fucking COVID.
Dude, I mean, we're playing big hands. I'm not going to be.
See, that's an admission to everything I'm saying.
I can't be turning around going, guys, let's all do black now. You got to make your own decisions at some point in your life, Francis.
Were you licking the chips before you put them down?
I don't know.
Was that it?
I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was just trying to be friends
Notice how
with
he's not talking about the results at the end of the night.
I won $100.
He won 100. Mook lost 100. I won 650.
No, you didn't. You won 350.
No,
and you walked out with 350.
What the fuck are you talking about?
That's what you told us.
No, I didn't. I said I won 650 multiple times.
I thought you said you walked out with 650.
No. I put 100 in and I walked out with 750.
Well, it's too bad you didn't give any of that to Mook.
No wonder he was buying a single water.
You guys taking the bus to fucking the show and,
Bro,
you wouldn't even let him bet with you, and he was just.
I never said that they couldn't bet with me. The table was packed, and I'm not going to be like, guys, squeeze in here so we can all bet the same hand.
He firmly believes that if we had bet with him at the roulette table, he would not have won that much.
That's not true at all.
Enjoys his profit.
That's not true at all.
Because we were not part of it.
That there's a finite amount of winning that can be done.
Yeah, he feels vindicated because we lost and he won.
This is literally slander.
It's not.
I'll have a lawyer be in touch with you.
FaceTime Mook.
Because none of this is true.
See what Mook's saying.
You're making it out like I'm sitting there and I'm like, get away from me. It was literally, I sat down at the table, you came over and you said, let's bet together. And I said, okay. And then you said, what actually happened was you put
Do you think what you're saying right now is true?
I'm
because
positive
this is not true.
Dude, you put something on the outside, you put red, and then I placed the inside and I put something on black, and you said, you're going to bet against me, and then I moved my thing to black to bet with you.
Did it work? Did it win?
No, we both lost.
No, I think I
moved my chips multiple times to bet with you. Because you're in my ear going, you're going to bet against me?
I can't believe you're just this is like, that's not true.
That literally happened.
Mook. Where's Mook?
And then we went to the casino the next day and we all put the same exact hand down and we all lost. We got fucked. We went the next day and we had like a 10-minute wait at the Uber and we were like, let's go do one spin, and we all put it on black and then we got zeros.
Damn.
Yeah.
So nobody won. Get Mook on the line.
Getting Mook on the line.
Yo.
Hey, pal.
What up?
You're on Son of a Boy Dad.
Sweet.
Okay, so we're trying to remember how it went at the roulette table, because my recollection was that Sass did not want us betting the same bets that he was betting, and he seems to think that he would move his chips to actually bet on the same bets that we were betting. Could you give a neutral sort
Mook
of...
never played roulette.
Hold on, just let him speak.
Oh shit, sorry. Hold on. I'm looking for a room. My neutral take is you two were just doing your whole little like big brother, little sister type deal.
You're the little sister in that, by the way.
I know.
Francis really wanted to bet with Sass, and Sass was kind of just like lone wolfing it.
I was like, you can play roulette. We don't have to be holding hands while we're playing.
How was he lone wolfing it?
I don't know if he directly faded your bets or wanted to bet against you, but there was definitely some diabolical stuff going on.
You were being diabolical?
No,
I'm going to take that
There was
as...
some diabolical stuff.
There was?
I don't go to casinos often. I'm going to win, and I'm not going to sit there holding hands with Francis being like, all right, should we do black 33? I don't know. That seems crazy.
I didn't say that. I was like, what are you going to bet? And you'd be like,
You came over my
me.
last hand. My last hand, he comes over. He goes, "What are you gonna bet?" I've already got the whole table covered. I've already bet.
Yeah,
the dice is actively spinning already.
And he would think, it seemed to be that he thought if I were to bet on top of him, that would mean he would lose.
As a neutral party, I can't confirm or deny.
Yes, exactly, because that's not true. Why would I think that?
You took what he just said as a fucking confirmation of your side?
Yes.
Okay, one more question, Mook. One more question.
You guys are so cute.
The last question is this. You and I were lobbying him to join us at the blackjack table for some team family vibes.
Yes, and I said, I don't want to play blackjack.
Yes.
And didn't he say, I'm not doing that?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he was out. He was out in the team game.
Yeah.
I didn't want to play blackjack. I wanted to play roulette.
He didn't say like, oh, guys, I'd love to, but I'd prefer to play roulette. He went, I'm not doing that.
I mean, if we're gonna be smearing my good name, why don't we tell the story about how you got a dude kicked out of the table on his bachelor party?
I fucking love that story. I'm happy. Thank you, Mook.
Thanks, Mook.
A guy with all of his friends. Francis mortified him and had him removed from the table.
I just wrote a fucking 1,000-word blog on this. I'm not trying to hide that shit.
Trying to make me out to be the bad guy here.
You are the bad guy as far as our friendship goes.
No, not at all.
I'm doing everything I can to be your friend.
Dude, I went into the roulette table. I went into the casino and said, I'm going to play roulette.
I feel like Will Smith. Like, why won't he love me?
Yeah.
In fucking Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
What is your stance on this, Rowan? If you go to a casino, do you have to play with everyone or can you play what you want to play?
That's not the question.
You're
oversimplifying.
I think it's way more fun if everybody at the table wins together. Like, those are the moments of being in a casino where it's like you see someone else's table and everybody erupts because everybody just won, whether it be craps or fucking blackjack or not blackjack, craps or roulette. Those are like the moments where it's just like, those are the things you remember forever when everybody wins together.
Yeah. I had a dude sit down next to me and he said, what are you betting on? And I said, 19 to 36. And then he put it on 19 to 36 and we both won. We fist bumped.
I'm glad you made friends.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, it's proper casino etiquette.
I'm glad that you
it's maybe like
with all the strangers
just
at the
a
Jack
subtle
Casino.
what are you gonna put it on?
Mm-hmm.
Not like, we got to do this together.
Oh, my enthusiasm was what precluded me from...
Why don't you just embrace being a lone wolf?
Because I'm not a lone wolf.
Yeah, you are. You're the lonest wolf.
No, I'm not.
There's never been a wolf more alone.
No.
The lone wolves? You think you guys are the lone wolves when you're all together?
He is. Me and Mook are part of a pack.
You got to stray from the pack if you want to go up 650.
I don't know how you deny the lone wolf allegation and then say that, which validates it in the next breath.
Bruh.
All right, so I'll tell the story about this guy.
This makes me insanely jealous. I wish I was shunned by Lil Sass this weekend
be jealous.
too.
The casino was terrible.
You just said you won 6x to what you put in.
I did. That was sick. But aside from that,
the casino was so bad that the next day, Sass, we went in while we were waiting for our Uber to go to the movie. We couldn't stay away, and he won $100 on roulette and had it printed out as a ticket. And he put it in his pocket because we had to go to the movie. And then like that night, I was like, it was our last night in Cleveland, and he was like, I was like, are you going to go back to the casino to get your $100? And he like couldn't even be bothered.
You left $100
to the casino.
Dude, I wasn't going there by myself to that fucking.
He just left it in the hotel.
The sketchiest place I've ever been.
It was so bad, dude. That area of Cleveland is not great.
Dude,
the homeless people there are in incredible shape.
Really?
They're jog
lean?
with you. If you pick up, they're gonna match your pace.
Really?
Hello, can I get some money for bus fare? Sorry, I don't have it. Oh, well, there's an ATM right here. Oh, I don't have my ATM card. Do you have Zelle, Chase QuickPay, Venmo,
Chase
PayPal?
QuickPay? They got Chase QuickPay.
They got
Cleveland?
everything, bro. These guys are
you can actually
digitized.
gift Bitcoin up to $30,000.
They've got QR codes tattooed on their forearms.
What the fuck?
It was super sketchy.
Why don't they just? I feel like everybody just steals bus fare. I saw that there's like $600 million in stolen bus fare in New York this past year.
Not in Cleveland.
You know, you have to pay.
The bus drivers are probably strapped.
Yeah, they're probably beating ass.
Yeah.
Damn. So what happened with the guy at you got a guy kicked out of his own bachelor party at a seedy casino?
I may have ruined his bachelor party. And again, I just wrote a blog about this. Here's what was happening. Sass and I, excuse me, not Sass. How could I have? He wasn't there.
I was directly next to them.
No, we were across from the aisle from you.
No, I
like
was.
2 tables
you were
down.
Legitimately direct. Like your back was like against my back.
No, that was a different night. That table wasn't the one that had this happened at.
Oh, okay.
That was probably the Thursday night.
Thursday night we went for like 15 minutes.
Either way, so here's what happened. So Mook and I sat down at a table, and there was a guy in the first position, guy in the second position, empty seat, guy in the fourth position, empty seat. And so Mook and I said, do you guys mind if we join you mid-shoe? And they said, no problem. We sit down. I'm on the final spot, the anchor. So I'm dealt my cards last.
Right.
And the guy to my right was just not playing by basic strategy at all. Flagrantly disobeying basic strategy. And, it was a $25 minimum hand table. So it wasn't the lowest minimum table. I think they had 15 and maybe they even had 10.
So you were basically high rollers.
In Cleveland, that's a lot of bus fares.
It's like 25 and then they have like an $1,000 max.
So you were high rollers.
We were not in the high roller area, but we were not at the minimums.
Right,
yeah.
right. Got it.
And the guy to my right, I mean, he's staying on 15 when the dealer is showing 10. He's not splitting when he should. He's not doubling when he should. I don't care about that. The fact that he was not hitting on like 13, 14, 15 when the dealer's showing like 9, 8, 10, ace, started to piss me off because I was to his left. So then I would get the card. He would stay like a coward, and and he'd be like, I'm not feeling it. I just know there's a 10 under there. I know it. And then I would get the next card, and it would be like a 6, which would have given him fucking 21 or 20. And then I'd have to hit again, and I would bust because I was playing by basic strategy, and then the dealer would flip over cards and make a hand of 21, and the whole table would lose. And this happened like 3 or 4 times, to the point where the dealer starts shaking his head and being like, should have hit. Couldn't help himself. And then I'm like, well, I start kind of gently being like, because he's hemming and hawing. He's like, I don't know if I should hit. I'm like, well, the book says you should probably hit. And he's like, I'm gonna stay. I'm like, okay. And so after this happened 4 times, whole table loses again. We're losing all of our money. Mook's losing his money. I said, do you mind if we switch seats? Me and the guy.
Yeah.
So that would put him in the anchor, and then my cards wouldn't be affected by him. He's still gonna fuck up for the dealer and like probably not have the cards be the way they should for the table, but at least I'm not affected. And he was like, okay, fine. In a huff, grabs his chips. We switch seats. And I was like, I just want to be closer to my friend. I want to play next to my buddy. And he goes, that's not why you're switching with me. And I was like, no, it's not. You're right. It's because you're not playing according to the way you're typically supposed to play. And he goes, all right, you know what? I'm not even going to play here. I'm going to go to some other table. And the second he left, we started winning.
Yeah.
It was like did you ever see that movie Master and Commander?
Crow?
It's great.
Russell Crowe?
Russell Crowe.
No, I haven't.
They run into a series of bad luck. Wind stops. They get disease on board. All these things. And they
it's all one guy's fault?
On the first mate or one of the mates. And he starts to get superstitious and thinks it's his fault.
Yeah.
So he takes a cannonball into his hands and jumps overboard and sinks to the bottom of Davy Jones's locker. The moment he's dead, the fortunes of the ship turn around.
Really?
So you tell me.
Well, you're skipping out on the part when he left, and then you went.
Well, I haven't told it yet. I haven't skipped it. I just haven't arrived.
And they were all like, "Yeah, it's our best friend."
No, they didn't say that.
They
didn't say best friend.
It's his bachelor.
It's the groom.
They did admit it was his bachelor. They were there for his bachelor party.
No way.
Yeah.
So I was the asshole. But we all won money. Everybody that remained at that table after he left started winning money.
Sadly, I am on that guy's side.
I get it. I'll be the bad guy.
Sadly, I think that
over at the roulette table, we never would have done that.
I think you're within your rights to play chaotically because there's no hard. It's not a hard rule.
I agree.
It's like a societal. It definitely. I would have been frustrated if I were you. If I were trying to play by the book.
Well, that's why I almost felt like my suggestion of us switching seats felt like a middle ground. It's still passive aggressive and douchey for me, but I thought. I'm not telling him to leave the table. I'm not telling him to start playing the right way. I'm just saying, like, look, I don't want to keep getting your fucked up cards that you're supposed to be getting yourself, and all of us get fucked as a result. Like,
I've been the other way where I'm trying to just play probably the same way that this dude's playing, and the dealer's like, well, you really should do this. I'm like, oh, thanks, Daddy. Thanks for telling me exactly what to do, Daddy. Should you want to hold my hand while I make my bets?
They do know. The dealers know. And this is a crazy thing about blackjack. They'll tell you what you're supposed to actually mathematically do. Yeah. You have a fucking lifeline. Like, you have the hint option.
Yeah.
And I inherently distrust that. Even though there is mathematics in the book involved, I'm like, well, I know who you work for. Yeah. I know you're working for the fucking casino.
Exactly.
Oh, and you're a very
always wins.
Good gambler. What do you think about my thing there? Do you play blackjack at all?
Not too much, but I mean, I would agree with Ron. It's sort of just like societal versus not an actual rule.
If I was that kid and that was my bachelor party, I would have killed myself.
Not kill Francis?
I would say there's probably a chance that he did.
If I were that kid and I were having my bachelor party at Jack Casino in Cleveland, I would kill myself.
You have to check the police blotter to see if any bodies floated up on Lake Erie or whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
Mm-hmm.
What's the response to your blog? Because I bet that people who are very serious gamblers are in lockstep with you. People who are like, this is how you're supposed to play. This is how everybody at the table can win.
I texted Dave about it. I'm trying to find any reason I can to text Dave right now.
Did he respond?
He did.
What did he say?
I looked over at your phone this weekend, and you and Dave were sending each other like paragraphs, and I was like, "What the?
Yeah, we're tight."
Because he talked about you on the Unnamed show.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah. He also that was a little misleading. He said that I texted him right after I told him I was getting divorced to be like, by the way, are you going to be in Montauk this summer? Let's hang out. I think I texted that like weeks later when I was heading out to Montauk, and I knew I was going. And I wanted to see if there was a chance he was going to be there because I thought, maybe we could have some grilled corn together.
Yeah, grilled corn sounds incredible. Cajun corn, maybe?
Some watermelon, maybe?
Some watermelon,
some
corn.
tahini on there. Put some
And I said, are you going to be in Montauk at all this summer? And he goes, not much, probably. And that was that.
He was there while I was there. I texted him. Are you doing anything tonight? No. He wasn't doing anything.
Did you guys do anything?
No, he didn't. He said he wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, but that's usually like the invitation to be like, no, I'm not doing anything. What are you doing?
Do you want to?
I told him all of my plans.
Really?
Yeah. But
that bastard.
Absolute bastard. But what paragraphs were you texting?
I'd send him the explanation of that story. I said, I have a gambling question for you. This is what's happening. Who's in the right? Who's in the wrong? And he was like, some people will do it. I don't think it matters. He doesn't care if someone's not playing.
By the book?
By the book, but at the same time, Dave is going to be playing in the fucking highest stakes rooms where everyone would be playing by the book.
He plays in the Tunnel of Chaos.
Yeah, that's true.
Or
if you had a $200,000 hand and you weren't playing by the book, that would be pretty frustrating.
I think the general response to my blog is like it all depends on the table stakes. Like if you're playing at a $50 to $100 minimum table, like people should be playing according to basic strategy. Yeah. But if you're at the lower tables, and I don't know what that cutoff is. I would have thought $25 in Cleveland would have been the high roller echelon.
It's the people at the $25 tables were wearing like tuxes. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It was like Casino Royale.
Yeah.
They just had like a Rolex on the table.
A Diet Coke for you?
Putting their Timex watch into the table. Like, throw it all in.
Yeah.
I'll put the keys of my Honda Civic in there too.
It was pretty crazy.
Then, after that guy left, a lot of the other members of the bachelor party gathered behind us. And
menacingly?
With stakes.
They were like watching because two of their buddies were still playing. And we were all winning now. And they were like rooting us on. And the guy who was the most vocal of that group agreed with me and was like, yeah, you got to know when to hit. You got to know blah, blah, blah.
Did you explain it to all the guys? Why you were...
Yeah. They were like, don't worry about him. He's a little grouchy or something.
I'm sure. I'm sure he's pissed.
I feel bad.
He went and got a $15 hooker.
Yeah.
I do feel bad. But, none of that compares to the breakdown of our friendship.
Don't try and spin this back my way. I wasn't kicking people off the table.
I think we got.
You were kicking me off the table.
I never kicked you off the table. You could have easily sat down and played.
We got to do choose your own adventure of if Sass had gotten the big popcorn and you all had shared the popcorn. Because I think there's a world where Sass would also get mad being like, we ate all my popcorn.
That's
Correct.
not true at all.
He wanted us
That's
to
my
eat.
move. I actually thought I was doing a nice thing. I was like, I'm going to buy the big popcorn. And I'm gonna share
wanted us to eat his popcorn so that he could be mad at us for eating his popcorn. That's what he is. That's what he does.
You guys have mental problems?
Who's you guys?
What?
Who's you guys?
You too.
I have mental problems?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You're the one that just suggested that entire idea.
This is how he's been all weekend. He's in a mood.
I'm not in a mood at all.
Are you
just gotta let him
unhappy?
be. You
I'm
gotta
in a
let him be.
great
Ren.
mood.
He's this is how he's gonna be for a while.
Are you unhappy?
No, not at all. Got home last night. My space is all clean. That's my big thing these days, taking care of my landscape.
Make your bed every morning.
Yeah.
Staves off mental D.
Exactly.
I am.
You guys keeping your landscape sharp?
I got a wife for that.
Must be nice.
Set you up for that?
I remember that. I remember those days.
Sass, I am with you on one thing that, and I don't know if you're intentionally doing this, but I saw a tweet that you said that like this website, Twitter, is for people who have like mental challenges or whatever.
Yeah.
But I appreciated you not using the R slur and the I think I'm basically out on the R slur and the F slur.
Really?
Because people are saying
I kind of
it.
am too. It's becoming corny.
It's such like a light crutch where people will say like the R slur and the F slur, and people will be like, "Ah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
How did he have the balls to say that?"
Yeah, it's
like,
also like I've seen like 20 viral tweets of people being like retard is so back, and then everyone's like totally.
Yes. Or like so many comedy specials where people are just like sprinkling in the F slur and people are like, what?
Yeah.
It's a spitting in the face of the establishment.
Yeah.
So I'm back to my puritanical ways.
Pretty much Shane should be the only one that's allowed to say it, and everyone else should go back to the traditional ways.
Even him, you know?
Oh, bro.
You're saying the Billy Goat's the one that could say it?
Yeah.
The Goat's the only one that could fucking rip still?
Pretty much, yeah.
Does he even use it that often?
I don't know. I think that's just when people started saying it again.
That he was the pioneer?
Yeah.
He put his flag in the
terms
slur?
of stand-up, it felt like that.
You think?
Yeah.
I think Joe Rogan said it in his.
Probably. But that's Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Game changer?
But yeah, game changer, pioneer.
Yeah.
Tony? Did Tony say it?
Sure. Nothing's off limits.
What do you think?
Down
You think people are overusing it as like a light shock value moment? Where
Yeah,
it's like,
probably. But I also think that, like anything, there's a way to write a good joke that uses the word, and there's a way to write a lame, low-hanging fruit joke that uses the word.
Yeah.
That's probably true.
And because it's like coming back in vogue or something doesn't mean that there won't still be good jokes that use it.
True. I'm not trying to police people's usage of it, but I'm just done giving people a fucking pat on the back for just their bravery of using it.
Yeah.
Wow, how brave.
Yeah.
You really
wasn't
went
that
out on a
tweet
limb.
crazy? You see that tweet that I put? You said you saw the tweet.
Yeah.
I can't. Dude, social media is so bad. It's like I go on it for like 30 minutes and then I'm like, I hate my life and myself and this app.
See?
Like it makes me miserable.
But
I just go on and just get furious.
What
for
was the
30
tweet?
minutes.
It's just someone learning how to use chopsticks?
It's like it's just everything is so fucking dumb, dude. It's like the video of this Asian girl explaining how to do chopsticks, and then some fucking loser dude at home like following, like stitching himself into the video, being like, like that's it, and it has like 100,000 likes, and it's like, dude, you're fucking 40 years old. You don't know how to use chopsticks?
Well, dude, I'll be honest. Like, I had to crash course myself on how to use chopsticks before I went to Japan. Because I was trash at it
you
for
could
a long
have
time.
you could have used them before that. You wanted to know how to use the proper way.
I wanted to be real nice with it.
And you would never post that video of you smiling into like a ring light, being like, "Look what I did."
Yeah.
Like that's fucking insane.
I agree. I think that it is clownish, but it was. I mean, they were helpful tutorial videos.
Yeah, and then all the comments are like, "Man, I've learned more from this app than I have ever did at school." Yeah, maybe listen at school for 3 seconds.
Yeah. School sucks, but I do find learning to be fun as an older gentleman.
And I don't think
I
like
like to learn new
school
things.
isn't teaching basic human function. Like they're not teaching, oh, this is what a fork does. That's kind of supposed to be taught at home, or like just something that you learn by yourself.
But that's why forks are inherently superior.
Yeah,
because
they
they
definitely
are
are.
intuitive.
Yeah.
Forks are intuitive. Except for ramen. I mean, didn't Nikki Smokes like tweet about ramen being like, I love ramen, but I just hate going back and forth with my fork and my spoon.
I thought it was kind of a spoon only.
I thought ramen you ate with chopsticks and then you
Chopsticks.
drink.
Yeah, chopsticks and
yeah.
slurp.
That's
Makes
kind
sense.
of an authentic way
I've
to
always,
do it.
every time I've ever gone to a real ramen place, they get that big ass spoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
but
nice.
it is tough to get the noodles in with that.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
use the choppies and slurp down the choppies.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking ramen fiend these days.
Suck the ramen out of the. Yeah, ramen's great.
It's so fucking
It's like that's
good.
like a top 5 food for me.
Really?
Yeah, I love ramen.
List your 5.
I will. Cheeseburger, number 1. Lobster, number 2. Tacos, number 3. Steak, 4. Ramen.
Wow. Graphic him.
That's pretty accurate, I think, for myself. It's always been cheeseburger, lobster, pizza,
Ooh,
taco.
you didn't say pizza?
I didn't say pizza. I meant to say taco. Tikka masala up there, but I don't eat it enough for it to be one of my tops.
I ate it last night.
Really?
Indian
And then
last
I
night?
reheated it this morning and ate it for breakfast,
Ooh.
which was a mistake.
Ooh.
I had Indian food for breakfast.
So good, though.
It is good.
We didn't
but
go to that place.
That's whole ass bachelor life.
I know we should have. Having it at night where the amount of salt and cream just you can't drink enough water at night
No.
to sleep through the night.
That's a guaranteed 3 a.m. wake up.
Yeah, it
just
is.
being
Guzzle. Yeah.
I can't breathe.
like touching your tongue. Your finger gets stuck to your tongue because it's so dry.
We were having that conversation about like foods that you know how unhealthy they are based on how thirsty you are directly after eating them. And I had pad thai last night, and within seconds, I was just dying to drink anything.
Right.
Anything. But reheating it in the morning is like
I've never had Indian food last more than 30 minutes, let alone make it the night.
Oh, well, I order a ton because I like to have options.
it's one of the best leftover foods.
It really is. It stews in its own flavors. So I've got some more left, and I'll probably hit that again tonight.
How much did you get?
Oh man, a lot.
Did you get 2?
I got an order of chicken tikka masala. I got the sag paneer, which is the sort of wilted spinach with the cream and the chunks of cheese. Then I got the lamb egg rolls, which is unbelievable. I got the lamb biryani, and they give you a huge portion of that.
That's
so much food.
Yeah.
It's literally a family.
That's
and
like
then,
$200 of Indian
that's
food.
I
like one
got
that
a
your
side
dad
of
goes and picks
the
up.
mango chutney, which I love. I love that mango chut.
What do you just have a spoonful of one of everything?
I just create a plate and sort of I like to blend the edges.
Were you watching like a nice movie or something?
Yeah, I started watching Mad Max Furiosa again,
Wow.
but then I was really tired by 8:30 because I drank a bottle of white wine.
Jesus Christ.
A Gewürztraminer? Gewürztraminer goes the best with Indian.
That
You go to bed at
is-
8:30?
I had a Chablis, a whole Chablis.
Having a whole bottle of wine by 8:30 on a Sunday is crazy.
Look, nobody said I was doing well right now. Are you guys under the impression that I'm presenting myself as like some model citizen?
I assumed
Would you walk out to the
Every
kitchen
episode,
in the
I
morning?
come out and I'm like, I did ecstasy. I just drank a whole bottle of wine. I'm eating Indian food 3 meals in a
Yeah,
row.
you walked out to the kitchen and all the Indian food and the wine was still out, and you were like, "Breakfast is served."
People,
Just
people hate
started
me.
right where you left
You
off.
woke up from your chair.
Oh, look, it's still warm.
Spice stewing in its own spices.
Yeah.
Don't mind if I do.
Twinkle his fingers. Ah,
Couple drops of white wine
another
left.
samosa. You have wine first thing in the morning.
You know, I keep my apartment incredibly clean, and somehow
landscape.
that level of
That's rule number
tidiness makes me think that it's okay for me to let the rest of my life go.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's where we're at right now. We're just finding the bottom of the rabbit hole.
That's fine.
Just goes so much deeper.
Yeah, there's always levels to the rock bottom.
But I think
We'll
that's
get you there.
that's like a nice form of self-pampering. That's some shit that I would that I would do living alone.
I mean, I didn't drink the wine from the bottle. I drank it out of a Zalto art wine glass, which they're like $130. You cannot put them in the dishwasher.
One time when we lived in Hell's Kitchen. And do you remember when we lived in Hell's Kitchen and we went to see Tim Dillon at Caroline's and Dukes was gonna come, and then we were like, we don't actually have the ticket, and then we came home and he was just like surrounded by bottles of wine watching stand up on the TV.
I was preparing myself to laugh tonight, and I'm gonna fucking laugh.
And he was drinking them straight out of the bottle, and we were like, oh, this is so bad.
Wait, more than one out of the bottle?
Yeah.
What
He was
the
like
fuck?
3 bottles deep. Yeah, his teeth were black. And he was watching stand-up on TV. It was so sad. I felt so bad.
Who?
Dukes.
Oh, God. Oh, man.
Because we were going to a show and we were like, we thought we had an extra ticket and then we didn't have an extra ticket. And then we came back and he was watching stand-up on TV.
It was probably like when you're going to have a big dinner and you starve yourself all day.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably like, I didn't laugh all day in preparation for this.
yeah. I held in all my laughs.
I avoided jokes all day because of this. I'm going to get my fucking laughs in. Multiple bottles of wine is insane.
Yeah.
Just around you.
I've never had even a full glass of wine.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
A full glass?
Yeah.
One glass?
I never liked wine.
Yeah.
I think I tried and then I was like, let me just get a Miller Lite or something.
Mm-hmm.
Wine's great.
Yeah, I think it's like an acquired taste though.
Probably.
And
What
I have
happened?
not
There were some
acquired
funny
it.
things that happened with us this weekend, though.
How are the shows?
The shows were good.
Yeah.
The late show on
great club.
Saturday was rough, but aside from that,
They
everything
were
was great.
a little undone at that point because there was a Browns preseason game and everyone in Cleveland just sets their clock around the Browns.
Right.
I went
James.
into the bathroom after
Very,
my
very
set,
drunk.
and there was a dude in there, and he was like, I started drinking way too early. And I just stumbled out of the bathroom.
Did he know you were in there?
I went in, and then I didn't do well on the late show on Saturday. At least I don't think I did.
You did better than you thought. You were right. It was a little bit like Madison where you couldn't hear. I don't think you could hear the laughter of the people that were under the overhang.
Yeah.
And so a lot of that was swallowed. And you, like I was sitting to watch your sets and you were doing really well.
All I know is that I got off stage and Francis went on after me, and I was like, that was fucking rough. And then I went and I sat in the green room and I like bitched to myself and Mook and one of the waitresses for like 10 minutes. And then I went to the bathroom and there was a dude in the bathroom and he didn't say anything. And I was like, oh man, I must have really done bad. This dude's not even going to say like, what's up?
Yeah.
And then I realized that he was so drunk, he just didn't see me. And then he turned and he was like, no fucking way. and then he just went and washed his hands. And then he said to himself, he said, I started drinking way too early.
He was bombed.
One of my favorite scenes from any comedy movie ever is The Hangover, when Zach Galifianakis, they wake up in the ruined hotel room.
Yeah.
And Zach Galifianakis goes to pee. I think he's only wearing a t-shirt. And so he's dressed like Winnie the Pooh. And he's peeing. And the tiger is in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
And he pees. And he sort of turns gently and looks at the tiger. And I think he like pees all over the floor. And his eyes are so bleary.
Yeah.
And then he turns back and keeps peeing in the toilet and then does a double take and like runs out of the room. But the way that he acts peeing super fucked up is so authentic to that horrible morning pee after you're just like completely bleary-eyed, delirious.
Yeah.
Don't know what's going
You're
on.
like still drunk.
Mm-hmm.
It is a great feeling.
Yeah.
But what happened to Galifianakis? He's probably just counting millions.
I don't know.
Has he crushed any movies recently? He really had a nice moment.
He did a dramatic turn. I mean, he was great in what's it called? Birdman was excellent. He was very good in that. He's done some stuff on Broadway, I think. And he had that great web series Between Two Ferns.
That was classic.
That was great.
But I think just that era of
Saturday Conversations, I call it.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was a banger, that show.
That era of great comedies dried up. People lost their flavor for it. I blame Gen Z. I've started blaming them for everything.
No, they're Jackie and Pav said that they're the funniest generation.
They are?
Gen Z is.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
News to me.
I don't
You're
even
Gen Z, bro.
I wouldn't give it
suck.
I wouldn't give it to millennials. That's the other thing. He's so down on himself. And I spent the whole weekend trying to lift him up. And then they do this thing, both he and Mook do this thing where they start making fun of me by complimenting me.
No, that's you.
And
That's
I don't
you
know-
not being able to accept a compliment.
You're saying it in the most sarcastic tone.
What's an example?
Because Francis is really good, and I'll say like I'll I don't know, I'll say something and I'll be like, you're the best or something like that. And it's like, I'm joking, but I'm serious. Like, I am serious. I'm like, you are very good. And then he just gets like, he like can't accept that. And then
because
like,
you're saying a nice thing sarcastically.
Yeah, but
and it's almost like you're double negativing the compliment. So I don't know how to take it. And I let the two of you just riff and be like, this killer over here. This fucking guy. One of the best. 200. You'll be on Rogan. Like, and they go on, and I'm like, what's happening right now? I don't get it. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. And then I'm like, are you guys fucking with me? And they're like, no, actually, we think you're pretty good.
We do actually think very highly of you.
Yeah, we're saying something not seriously, but also seriously.
Deep down, there's a shred of truth in our ribbing.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah. What movie did you guys see?
Alien.
Was it scary?
No,
it was like a B.
Was
B.
Was it exciting?
Yeah.
Tepid. Mediocre.
It was fine.
Did you get excited?
I enjoyed it.
Did you have to cover your eyes at all with your buttery ass popcorn?
Mook
fingers?
was like, I mean,
Mook was
dude, get it together.
He's a fragile boy.
Yeah,
he's
like
gone off the
like
waters?
the least scary pop outs. Things that you could see coming from a mile away, and you look over at Mook, and he'd be like, "Oh, fuck!" And then he'd be sitting there, and he'd be like, and you'd be like, "Dude, that really got you that bad?" Like it wasn't even like. No one left the theater being like, man, I'm going to have a hard time sleeping tonight.
Yeah.
Mook was like full body jump scare.
I could tell how shaken he was by the fact that after the movie, we went into the bathroom to pee and I was in the urinal next to him, and the gulf between how close I was standing to the urinal and how he was fucking the urinal.
Yeah.
His penis was flush to the back wall of the urinal. He was inside of it.
Yeah.
He was embracing the urinal. And
that's how scared he was?
Yeah, he was very nervous. Yeah.
I wonder why. Did he get bombed this weekend? Did you guys do any drinking?
No, not really.
No, we didn't.
Did you?
I probably had a little too much must have been before the early show on Friday or in between shows. Because we did go out to Cordelia, which was a great restaurant. I thought that was really solid.
Yeah, it was nice.
Didn't you think the food was really good there?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Steaks?
No, just a bunch of like appetizers.
Kind of like appetizers, small plates. You had the prawns, which were pretty darn
really
good. Yeah. Giant prawns.
Just some beautiful prongs.
He said prongs?
He said prongs.
Love me some prongs.
But they had really good cocktails. They had funky kind of cocktails that the bartenders had invented themselves. One which had mustard in it, and it all worked somehow.
That's always impressive.
It was good. Yeah. They did a really nice job. Shout out Cordelia. Highly recommend.
That sounds fantastic.
They do excellent work over there.
By the name, that sounds like a good restaurant name.
Well, we benefited in that it was directly across the street from the comedy club. So we just sort of went there 2 nights in a row.
Were the people from the club that were in there having a pre-show dinner?
Yeah, we did see some people that were coming to the show. Yeah.
Excellent.
People were great to us.
Fabulous.
I thought we were very well treated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cleveland's a great town.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know about that, but the people are great.
Yeah.
Just wanted to know. It's a great town.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting about Cleveland? The people there don't seem to think that there's anything wrong with the town.
It's weird.
Where you go to like Baltimore and people are like, "What are you doing here?"
Yeah, they got like you gotta
Why did
really
you
walk
come?
the line of taking it too far. Because like if you go to some cities, like if you go to like Baltimore, if you go to like Bloomington, Minnesota, and you're like, this place fucking sucks, they're like howling, they're clapping.
Like, yeah.
Cleveland, you'd be like, what's going on here? And they'd be like,
Fuck you,
what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brownies this year.
Yeah, they'd be like shocked by your.
I bet you, and I made this point on stage, I genuinely think that the Clevelanders' opinion of their town bears a perfect correlation to the record of the Browns that year.
Yeah, probably.
Or the previous year. Like if they believe in the football team, the murder rate could be through the roof. And they'd be like, I got to raise my kids here. I love this place. Like,
yeah.
But I think they're eternally optimistic about the Browns. I went one year when they were like 2-14 the year before, and it was the summertime. They're like, this is our fucking year.
Yeah.
It's like, really? Because statistically, it's never been your year. But they always believe hope springs eternal.
They got very high hopes for this season.
I mean, their defense is
unbelievable.
Dogs. And they went to the playoffs with Flacco last year.
Yeah, but a lot of people they're down on they don't like Deshaun Watson.
do they not?
No.
Because it's, I mean, the management put them in a tough position by signing a dude who everybody hates. And
Why
it's
does everyone hate him?
Because of the masturbation or the massage.
I forgot about that. That was last year, right?
Or
2 years ago?
That was a few years ago. And then he was out for a year, and then he signed that big ass, like $230 million with them or something.
Jesus.
Fresh off of, he would bring his own towels to massages that were super tiny, so his dick would pop out. And they said he was just like nutting. He was just coming while he was getting massaged. Like multiple masseuses reported that he had just come during the massage.
Robert Kraft did that though. He's still the GOAT.
Yeah, but that was designed for him to come.
He was doing it just at every massage place.
Like sports
he'd go to one in
masseuses.
like the mall.
He was finishing himself, which
Got
is
it.
not a
hands free though. He was doing it on Bluetooth.
What?
Well, if he's hands-free e-jacking, it's like he can't control that.
No, but I think that he was like, I think that he knew that he was predisposed to ejac hands free.
Yeah.
And so
he would do that. He can like edge himself.
He would put
That's a
himself in
thing.
situations where he would nut from his.
The amount
his
of
mind.
I can't even.
That's an episode of Workaholics where they do that.
The amount of physical violence that needs to happen to my penis in order for me to ejaculate. The idea.
It's like a speed bag down there for you.
It's just like I can't even fathom ejaculating without any physical contact.
That shows the power of the mind.
I think I could get there.
Visualization. Right now, untouched. If you're even not in like a massage situation and you could just nut.
Yeah.
Golly.
Massage, dude? I've never gotten a massage because I'm worried about what would happen.
Because you might be Deshaun Jackson
Yeah.
or Deshaun Watson deep down.
It's Deshaun Watson, right?
Deshaun Watson.
I said that and I was like, is that right?
There is another. There's Deshaun Jackson.
Yes.
Similar names. I get them because my back is fucked to Kingdom Come.
Yeah.
But
Kingdom
the thought of hands-free ejacking is truly a
Yeah.
But the fact that he was bringing his own
Ejacking with the Bluetooth works perfectly. Sounds like a
like OnStar.
Yeah, like sports.
Yeah, ejacking.
It's really good. It's a good bit.
Just just doing it. Hey Siri, make me come.
Yeah.
It's truly, but they have to root for him. Luckily, they have Jameis Winston, who's like the most likable guy.
He's on the Browns now?
He's their backup quarterback, and he's giving incredible speeches before every game.
Oh, I saw that.
It's great.
He's like, and then he's just making it up as he goes.
Yeah.
He's just riffing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think all Deshaun needs to do is just win a Super Bowl, and then he's going to clear his name.
Yeah, I think he
brings
never
that city a
addressed it.
Super Bowl. They're never going to stop talking about it.
They're all
going
gonna do it.
Yeah, they're all going to be
They're
going
all
to the
gonna be-
massage parlors.
Like how they wave like rally towels in
Yeah,
Pittsburgh.
cum
They're going to be
towels.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, just
tiny
tube
little cum
socks.
They don't
towels.
wave them. They don't
They're
wave them. They
swinging
just turn
tube
them.
socks.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're using them as fans.
rock hard tube socks that they're just handing out before games.
Yeah.
What do they call the dog pound?
Is that what they call it?
That's their cheering
Fan
section, I
section
think.
or whatever.
Oh, that makes sense.
The dog pound. Just chewing on these crusty socks. Great town though, Cleveland.
Yeah.
They have like an industrial district where there's nightclubs and shit like that. Did you guys hit that up?
No.
It's like old factories or
No.
whatever. That was like the cool
We
part
did
of
get invited. I'm sure there were much nicer parts of town.
I don't know, dude. When we went to the movies, I was like, this will probably be in a nice area.
That was
Somehow
way
it was
out
worse.
there. That was
By a lot.
I went to a beautiful movie theater. It felt like you were in a time machine in Cleveland. It was like all these like brick streets or whatever. and
you were
these,
probably
like,
on the
rotundas.
waterfront there.
Maybe closer to there. I don't know.
Tremont is supposed to be nice.
I mean, our Uber driver on the way back from the movie told us a story about her having an Uber for Britney, and then like 3 black teenagers got in the car and were like going to kill her. And she was like,
What? Brittany who?
Griner?
You don't remember that?
No.
How do you not remember that?
Well, I just thought I don't remember much of that.
The Uber from going back from the movies, remember we got in and she gave us the fucking 5-minute speech?
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
And she was like, alrighty, she asked for our names, all of our names. Connor, Harry, Francis, welcome to my car. This is a 2020 RAV4.
She gave a whole rundown.
The
Please
whole
put your-
rundown.
The law
Seat
says you need to
belts.
put your seatbelts
The
on.
law says you need to put your seatbelts on. Bags will go in the back of the car, not
Was
the
she a
front of the
retired
car.
flight attendant?
I don't know. She said that she does that for every single drive, even if it's 5 minutes long.
What an asshole.
It was pretty annoying.
It was really
super annoying. But you sent a video of
Oh yeah.
of Sass talking to the Uber driver.
That wasn't the Uber driver. That was a private car service that the club gets.
Jesus Christ. Cleveland sounds incredible.
That lady's awesome. I love her. Francis was not participating in that conversation at all.
You took the reins, man. I didn't want to get in the way. There was chemistry.
Were you offering anything in the conversation, or were you just whenever she said something, you're like, yeah.
Dude, that was the second we got in the car.
Yeah.
That video was taken. We hadn't even left we're leaving the airport in that video. It's hard to get in the car and then immediately just be going back and forth.
Well,
but I loosened
like
up.
She wanted to give you some.
I loosened up. She drove me back yesterday.
Really?
Yeah. We had a great conversation about comedy.
Same woman?
Yeah.
She always drives for the club?
Yeah.
She drove me back too. My flight, I was in the car at 6:30 a.m.
Well, you had to get back to your Indian food.
I sure did.
You had a date with Mad Max Furioso.
Yeah.
Damn.
And a bottle of Chablis.
A fat bottle of Chablis.
I'm surprised that I got in. I thought I wasn't going to be able to get back.
Because of the storm?
So I flew out later and it stormed. It was like right when I landed, it started pouring.
You woke up early like that just to get back?
Yeah, I like to get home as soon as possible. It just to have a Sunday at home felt, way better than getting home at like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, because then you feel like you have no weekend at all.
I feel that. All right, guys, let's take a second and talk about Gametime.
Game time.
Look at this. Broadway Comedy Club, stand-up comedy, general admission, and you can get all-in tickets for 44 freaking bucks.
That's
Unbelievable deals. Right here on Gametime. I mean, I got it right on my phone. And
I'm using Gametime to go see Sebastian in September.
You are?
Pumped. I am, yeah. I was just listening to a little bit of Sebastian this morning.
Maniscalco.
10 packs of Schlitz?
Dude, I'm looking at the U.S. Open tennis tournament. I want some of those honey deuces. That's what I'm looking at.
Well, they have a new feature on Gametime. Have you guys seen this? Have you heard about this? Do you know
have.
this? Gametime Picks.
Mm.
You know how much we love Gametime, okay? But with their brand new Gametime Picks feature, they're making it even easier to get to a game. Gametime Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. I mean, I thought that Gametime was easy, but now that they're introducing Gametime Picks, you literally have your pick of the litter. I was looking at tickets for the Yankees game coming up.
Yankees?
The Yankees.
Los Yankees?
They're calling me Daddy Janky, the amount of Yankees tickets I've been getting off freaking Gametime.
Who they play in, the Phillies?
Let me see the ones that I was just looking at. They got Rockies at Yankees and Guardians at Yankees coming up. Both must-see games. But I saw the Gametime Picks deals for great seats, and, I mean, they're basically... Well, they're great. They're great prices. Let's just say that without getting too deep into the specifics. You just pull up your chosen event, turn on the GT Picks setting at the top of the screen, browse to the best local Gametime Picks deals near you on your Gametime app homepage, and you can go see the Yankees today, or some comedy, or Sebastian Maniscalco. So download the Gametime app today. Use code BOYDAD and easily score great deals with the new Gametime Picks. What time is it?
Game time.
Game time. That's right. Any video games on the road?
No, none.
Console?
Got a good session yesterday, though. And then I watched Game Night with Jason Bateman.
That's a great movie.
And then I watched some Arrested Development. Decided to keep the Bateman train rolling.
Classic.
Yeah.
You love Bateman, smarmy ass?
Dude, I think Bateman is what Ryan Reynolds and Glenn Powell want to be. And they'll never be Bateman.
I thought Glenn Powell was your favorite. Glenn Powell. I was thinking of Glenn Howerton.
No.
I think Bateman might be the most original actor. His delivery is so his own.
Yeah.
His way of speaking, and the fact that it works across Arrested Development and Ozark seamlessly.
Yeah.
Because you think, well, he kind of speaks the same way in both.
Yeah.
He's the smart, hapless, unfortunate adult in the room.
Yeah. Isn't that exactly what Glenn Powell and Ryan Reynolds try to do?
No, I wouldn't say Ryan
They're trying to
Reynolds
be
is
like the
that.
smart, like know-it-all, like always has a line.
He's more of like a dad.
Yeah, I guess.
Ryan Reynolds is like a sexy guy.
But he also does like
Glenn Powell's a
Chirp
sexy
mobile
guy.
commercials. Ryan Reynolds, he does like podcast commercials for like a cheap cell phone or some shit like that.
Sprint Or excuse me,
It's not even Sprint. It's like something else.
No, it's the one. No, it's the one he bought. That.
Oh, did he buy it?
Yeah, he owns that company, that wireless carrier. He sold it for like I think they sold it for.
He's a billionaire.
He's the woke.
He's insanely wealthy. He's
you
done
hate
so
Reynolds?
well.
He sucks.
What? He
I don't
used to
think
be
he's
so
funny
likable
at all.
In did you ever watch Van Wilder?
Yeah, and I think he sucks in it.
I mean, I think that when Van Wilder came out, it was fucking awesome.
I just watched that movie recently.
Yeah,
And I thought it was not great. And I don't think he's funny.
You
I don't think
gotta-
he has a funny bone in his body.
That's
These are
not
the
true.
types of takes Sass has just been shoveling.
but I have seen
No,
a
it's
lot
actually the
of.
exact take that I shuffled. It's not. I don't have multiple of them.
It's just he's
It's
in a
that
mood.
one.
You gotta don't even try. He's in a
I've
mood
seen
right now.
it.
He's
That's
going
been
through
a
phase.
popular take online though, that Ron Reynolds is not funny and that
It's
he stole his
probably-
whole bit from some fucking '90s actor or some shit like that.
I
or-
think Glenn Powell's the same way. Glenn Powell, I don't know who decided that he was going to start becoming like a funny guy. He doesn't
I don't
have
think he's.
it.
Yeah, I don't think he's that funny either. But he's a hot guy.
But like Channing Tatum's a hot guy. He can act comedically. Like he's a funny comedy actor.
You're gonna have to fight Dana Beers because Glenn Powell's is like Brody right now.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I mean, they'll fit well together.
What?
Just two douches.
What? Clip that. I want this on fucking Viva La Stool tomorrow so you can feel the wrath of Dana Beers. Problem is, Dana Beers is such a nice guy that he'll just like laugh and he won't beat
No,
the
I love
shit out of
Dana.
you. Yeah, right.
I do.
Wait till the camera.
Dana
go
was one of the
off.
first people that I ever met at Barstool. He's the man.
What do you mean ever met?
He was the first person that reached out to me when I got hired at Barstool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had to get sneakers for Sass.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm wearing the fucking Sambas.
We were walking to.
Not my first choice, by the way.
He was
They're
not
alright.
happy
I hate
about
them.
these.
I hate them.
Well, it's a dark soul.
Dude, we were walking to this sneaker store that was in a mall, and the mall, I mean, we were one of like 5 people.
It's not a mall. It's like
in a
an
mall.
independent mall. They don't have a single store that would ever be in a mall.
Just
not a single
off-brand
store.
stores?
Yes, not a single. Like no Macy's, no
No
fucking
Foot Locker.
Target, no Foot Locker, no Lids.
So where did you buy the shoes? Like Shoes
at
America?
like,
or
a,
some shit
at like a
that?
Foot Locker knockoff.
But that's all they had. They had like 10 of them.
Feet Locker.
And they had 4
Yeah.
stores that were all exactly the same.
So you think those are knockoff shoes?
Oh, they could be for sure.
He
Those
didn't
could
want.
easily be
He
fake.
didn't want the black ones. He wanted the white ones.
And I go over and I go, what could I get? Could I just get these in a 9? And the lady looks at them and she goes, "We only have them in this size." Really? Find that very hard to believe.
What did
You
she say
only-
that the smallest
The
size
smallest
they
they had was 10 and a half. I was like, so you don't even have a 10? You don't have a
She made
10?
him-
Just 10 and a
She
half?
made him feel like his feet were tiny.
Yeah.
Just little
So
tiny
you're
boy
swimming
feet.
in those?
No, these are a 9. They had the black in 9, supposedly, because I kept on asking. I asked for every single shoe, and they just kept on looking at the one that they had displayed and going, "No, this is the smallest we have."
You're skipping the funniest part of this whole story was that on the walk over
Oh,
there,
yeah.
broad daylight. It's 5 o'clock.
We just got to Cleveland.
We're walking through, through to the mall, along the main streets of Cleveland,
Barefoot. Yeah.
and we come up upon a car that's parked, and hanging out of the car on the sidewalk side, using the door handle of the open car door as a leverage point, is a woman squatting with her pants around her ankles, peeing, as Sass likes to say, with a pressure as if to power wash the sidewalk.
It was so strong.
It was
I heard it
cleaning
before I saw
Cleveland.
it. Swear to God, I
Yeah.
heard it while we were turning the corner.
It sounded like water was coming our way.
Yeah,
And
Someone dumping
her
buckets out the window?
child was in the back seat
yeah.
and ashamed and saying, "Mom, no." And she goes, "You hush up now. Your mama's not wearing a diaper. I ain't like you."
Yeah.
Or what is that what she said?
She said she couldn't wait. She said, "Mama couldn't wait. I ain't got a diaper on like you."
Yeah.
Good point.
And just carried on through. I mean, we walked 3 feet by her.
Yeah.
You walked right
Undeterred.
past her?
Oh,
Did
she was
anyone make eye
spraying.
contact?
She was looking at everybody. She didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I'm pissing.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
That is fucking insane. First, I thought it was like a homeless person.
No, she
No,
was
she
not.
had a car.
She was homed.
She was homed. She wasn't unhoused. Damn.
She was housed.
That's unfortunate, but kind of cool.
Kind of cool.
Yeah.
Kind of badass. Kinda
Deshaun
punk rock.
Watson was
Little
probably
punk
around the
rock.
corner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hands-free
cranking down.
nutting to
Yeah.
that. He probably couldn't get enough of that. What an absolute demon. Cleveland. A beautiful city.
Great city.
A
Great
perfect
town.
city.
Fun town.
I went to Sea Isle. I went down the Jersey Shore.
I saw you were on the coast this weekend.
I was on the coast.
I noticed a little salt in your beard.
Stayed with my buddy Mike.
Which one?
Frayne.
Classic.
Stayed at
Love that fuck.
Yeah. Legendary fuck.
Yeah.
Spud came down.
Yeah?
Spud came down too.
Love that fuck.
Yeah, 2 great fucks.
Classic fuck.
Was he covered in soot?
From fighting fires.
Yeah.
Were his eyebrows singed?
He fights fires. He's also an iron worker and he bartends. He just works 3 jobs and just cakes three
That's crazy.
full-time jobs and just makes good money at all.
Yeah, he must make a ton of money.
Yeah, he's like a billionaire. He's a blue-collar billionaire.
That's crazy.
Just works his way to the
Wait, what is
top.
iron? He works iron?
An iron worker. Like a union worker.
Oh. Okay.
You thought he was a blacksmith.
Yeah. At first, yeah.
I mean, it's similar. It's like literal hard fucking labor.
Yeah.
Like badass, like actual union labor. But being on the beach, I saw multiple old fat men wearing Caitlin Clark jerseys.
Oh, yeah.
Of
course.
She's like changing.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of what they... Is it a white pride? Is it a white pride?
It's a little bit. There's a little bit of white pride.
You think so?
Yeah, but that's kind of the way it is anytime there's like a good white basketball player.
Yeah.
If they're American.
I think the smartest thing
like
she
Joe
could
Kick
do
or
for
Luka.
herself is to come out in support of Trump.
You think
Imagine how embraced she would be
It would be
by the right.
there would be riots. Like they would be you'd have to like they'd be like boarding up the CVS's on Times Square.
You just hear air raid alarms?
Yeah. I think if she came out as a Trump supporter, it would be the same impact on the world as if like Trump came out gay. I think it would be like worldwide news.
Breaking like Wolf Blitzer.
Yeah. Like we'd get like alerts on our phone.
I don't think it's crazy to assume that she might be.
No, I don't think it is either.
She's from Iowa,
Yeah,
right?
but I just think it would be like so like people because the people that are obsessed with her, I think you're right. I think it is a little bit of a white pride thing. And I
No,
think
but
then they would
everybody
double
likes
down.
her. People like her. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying people would be excited,
Yeah.
not women would be upset.
I think people would be upset, but I think people that already like her would be like,
Yeah, right. Agreed.
they wouldn't know how to contain. They'd be hands free, jacking all over the place. They
Right.
wouldn't know how to contain themselves.
Right.
Yeah, it could be. But it's because of that they like want to find a counterpoint. And so there's like I'll see Angel Reese hate accounts that have like more followers than the Caitlin Clark positive accounts.
Yeah, but that doesn't even make sense to me because Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are like friends.
Are they?
What?
Yeah.
I think
No.
they're frenemies.
No, dude, they played together in the what was it? The
WNBA versus
the USA team.
right.
And they smoked the USA team. And then they were like dapping up. They were setting each other up, layup, dunk, close to dunk. They can't dunk.
Angel Reese can dunk.
Yeah.
I think so.
I saw a clip of her on one of these hate accounts doing like it's like just not even dribbling the ball. Just like running down the court with it in her arm like Barry Sanders, stiff arming people. She refused to dribble the ball. She was running like how like rugby players like run and they'll like bounce it to themselves and like run and then bounce it to themselves.
Yeah. I used to be a big Angel Reese hater during the college days, but now that she's in the WNBA, I kind of like, I fuck with the,
Vision.
yeah. Like I deleted my hate account.
You sold it.
I retired it, yeah.
Angel
I
Queefs.
sold it to Dove Kleinman or whatever his name
Devil
is.
Reese. Yeah. Dove Kleiman took it over. There's a lot of money to be made in just like engagement farming hate now.
Oh, yeah.
On that hell app
Yeah.
X.
It's really just a negative place.
Guys, it's 1 billion degrees in here. What's going on?
It's the Indian. After I ate Indian food last night as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not hot at all.
Where'd you order from?
Curry Heights.
Oh, okay. That one's pretty good.
They're really good.
I like
And
a
they're
teethy.
fast.
A teethy's really good.
Are
It
the
delivers
places
so
in
hot.
Brooklyn real, or are they like ghost kitchens, like the places in Manhattan?
I don't know the answer to that. It's a
Because
good
now I've
question.
started when I'm gonna order from a place, I'll look it up on maps, and then you're like, oh, this place doesn't exist.
Oh, there's 100 other restaurants.
Yeah, you're like, this is not a real place at all.
Yeah, it's just a made up restaurant.
Yeah.
So- and delis do the same thing too.
Yeah.
Delis will serve 50 different types of food.
Yeah,
And it's just like sitting under a hot plate out all day,
Yeah.
exposed to the air. But but I went to Curry Heights and I got some.
Oh, you went?
No, I ordered from them. And I got a Vindaloo, a nice fucking piping hot Vindaloo.
That can
And then
be really spicy.
30 minutes later, I just felt my body temperature skyrocketing.
Yeah.
I was just like sweating, sitting still alone at night in my home.
That's the diarrhea.
Did
you go?
I didn't diarrhea. I haven't diarrheaed in quite some time.
Me neither.
Very nice.
I cut beer almost completely out of my and like red peppers would make me would send
like
some
bell peppers.
Bell peppers would send hell to
That's
my body.
really strange.
Cherries did it for me.
Really?
Yeah, cherries and grapes. Part of the problem was that I would get high and I would eat like 2 full bags of cherries. I'd put them in a strainer, pasta strainer, wash them, and then eat the whole thing. And my stomach just said, this is too much natural sugar.
Well, it's probably also a ridiculous amount of fiber.
I don't know.
There's a ton of fiber in fruit.
But if he had a lot of fiber, wouldn't it solidify his poop rather than?
I think it just would make you have to shit real bad.
Yeah, it would be.
If you had too much fiber.
I've heard that about cherries.
It would look bad in the toilet. I mean, it was.
What's your top 5 fruits, Francis?
Oh, good question. Number 1 is mango. Number 2 is cherry. I love good, crisp, crunchy cherries.
Really?
Cherries are good.
Cherries
What
are
the
really
hell?
good. When they're good,
of.
they're amazing. Mango, cherry. Number 3, I'm gonna go raspberries in season.
The raspberries are my number 1 or
Raspberries
2.
are unbelievable.
Senior time.
4 is blueberries. Thank you. I wish I could have you around all the time.
Well, Francis didn't butt in while you were listing tacos, steak, and fucking
True,
lobster.
that's true. But you know, you like to I like to
riff.
tag it on. You know,
Yeah.
That was a tag.
I'm
love
gonna
mango.
go blueberries.
Very
I think blueberries are just so versatile. They're so good alone, but they're also such a good addition to like yogurt and cereal and all that.
The antioxidant properties.
And then I gotta go with an Old Faithful, even though this is probably not gonna be a popular pick. I think banana just deserves to be on the list
love banana.
because it serves as such a staple. Like it takes the edge off your hunger in a way that other fruits don't. It's
good for your
nature's power
stomach.
bar. It has good benefits for anti-cramping with the potassium, all that
the
stuff.
packaging too is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah,
Beautiful
self-contained.
packaging.
It's fully contained.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Self-contained.
I like bananas.
I think blueberries are the healthiest, right?
Of all those,
I think so because the antioxidants.
yeah, it depends.
Good for dogs too.
But
Same
like
with grapes.
a nice pink lady apple, or no, a Honey Crisp apple in the fall, sliced with some lovely peanut butter on it.
That doesn't count. Doesn't count.
Why
Does not count when you're putting fucking peanut butter and chocolate on the fruit.
Really?
Yeah, you can't be like, "What's your favorite fruit?" Oh, chocolate strawberries.
Fine. Actually, don't mind that take. That's fine. Sorry.
What do you guys think about? To me, I think that pineapple is like the F slur to me, where it's just like
Flames.
people are going great.
Well, you can't eat it without someone be like, "Oh, you expecting to get blown later?
Yeah, people
Yeah.
go
You
crazy.
Expecting
over that.
some woman to swallow your jizz, and you're being nice to her?"
I'm actually like partially allergic to pineapple.
Anytime that they're in a buffet setting and there's pineapple, honeydew, cantaloupe, and the pineapple just gets mowed down.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
well
it
because
does.
honeydew and cantaloupe fucking suck.
They are so bad.
Yeah.
They're so bad.
Honeydew is the worst.
Yeah.
No one's ever been like, I got to get some honeydew.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm
they're
gonna go to the
just
store. I'm gonna
throwing
pick
it
up some
in.
honeydew. You guys need anything?
It's just like the filler fruit for a
Yeah.
fruit bowl.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
like a
A
buffet.
cottage
Yeah.
cheese.
Yeah.
Massive cuts of honeydew and cantaloupe, and then like 1 grape and 1 blueberry.
Although
Yeah.
the one time that honeydew is really good is when you at the U.S. Open tennis tournament, when you do the balls of it, you put them on the stick and you have the honey deuce. That's the signature drink of the U.S. Open, and it's actually quite delicious.
Sounds
and the
like
melon itself is really what makes the drink.
I'm going to hit you guys with an underrated fruit. This might blow your fucking minds.
Kiwi.
No. Dates.
Dates are good.
Dried dates.
I'm gonna have
are
some dates in
fucking
Morocco.
Incredible.
That's an old man thing.
I'm gonna eat dates
Like
in
my
Morocco.
dad slams dates all
Really?
day. Yeah.
Have you ever had a dried date?
Yeah.
They
they're
taste like candy.
terrible.
Mm.
They're
I agree. I think they're good. I like dates.
You're going to have them in Morocco.
nothing
Gonna eat
pisses
'em
me
in
off more than when
Morocco.
people are like when people say a fruit and they go, tastes like candy. Yeah? You ever have candy?
Dried dates
Doesn't
really
taste
do.
like candy.
They even have the same texture. They have like this pulling texture of like a
Oh,
what?
so gross. They look like cockroaches.
That's why I like them.
Ugh.
They're nice.
I think they actually are pretty healthy too.
They are. They're super
and,
healthy.
And they're good for your dumps.
Your dumps.
Oh, is
those
that
things
so?
will make you spray shit.
I like dates. Yeah, I'm gonna have those in Morocco. They bring them everywhere in Morocco. Like when you check into a hotel, they give you some dates on a little plate.
When I was younger, my mom used to make me eat dates when I was like when I was constipated, and I would be like sitting there like forcefully eating them, being like, "This is so bad."
Just muscling down dates.
Nasty.
You could say your top 5 fruits now if you want.
Finally.
Kiwis?
I'll just go blueberry, raspberry, strawberry, peach, plum.
Wow. Okay.
Plum?
I actually might put plum ahead of peach.
Plums suck way worse than dates.
Plums are so good.
Plums can be pretty good.
Plums are only good for fucking launching.
Summer.
I think the variability on plums and peaches, though, is so high that you have to be so careful when selecting the ones you want from the grocery store. If there's a plum or a peach in a fruit basket or any sort of thing, there's a good chance it's not good.
Dude, I used to go to my grandma's house in the summer, and she'd have a big old bowl of fresh plums. Still got the water on them because she just washed them. Delicious. You got to eat them over the
plums
sink,
is like an old lady, a toothless old lady food. I'll have some plums.
Plums are great, and that's an underrated fruit.
A bowl of plums. That's you.
No.
Yeah, no, that's exactly you.
It kind of is. That's pretty much exactly what I just described.
Yeah, I cannot with plums.
I love a plum. I might have to go get a plum at Whole Foods after this. Just one individual plum.
It's probably past the season right now.
$7.
Out of season.
I'd say it's out of season. You're past it.
Damn, I'm excited for your Morocco trip.
Yeah, I'm pumped.
For you.
When are you leaving? Wednesday?
Well, I'm going to Amsterdam on Wednesday night. I'm going to arrive Thursday morning. I'm a little nervous. What is that? What is
you wouldn't get it. Me and Roan's thing.
Sheesh.
We used to do that a lot before you joined the podcast. We're actually thinking about getting a sign that just says it.
Sheesh. And it wraps around. Sheesh.
Yeah, it wraps around, but just around us. It stops before it gets to you.
That's fine. You can have that.
You're gonna be having such. I mean, I'm sure Amsterdam has good food, but like the spiced
tagine,
the nuts that they have over there, or like the.
Have you been to Morocco?
No.
Oh.
But I just know that Moroccan cuisine is fucking. It's just like little finger foods, like tiny bowls of what are they, like fucking chickpeas, like cooked chickpeas. With spice
they have
on
that
them?
like little tiny dishes that have the little appetizers.
Yes, that
like
sounds
pre-appetizer
amazing.
appetizers,
You're sitting cross-legged on a rug, a meze,
yeah,
a nice meze platter.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do over there?
Smoke about it.
Have some hookah.
Yeah, you're gonna hit the hookah lounge.
I'm gonna go to the Medina and do some bartering.
Oh, they're gonna take advantage of your white ass.
No, I speak French and they speak French, so I'm gonna do it in that language, and hopefully that brings us a little closer to a fair price.
I hope you're wearing a long ass frock.
I have some outfits planned.
Yeah, what are you thinking?
I'm gonna wear a lot of high-waisted, cream-colored pants without a belt, and perhaps a t-shirt tucked in.
That sounds nice. But I'm talking about the entire like Arab garb.
I would do that.
That'd be great. And like
Is
the
that
hats.
big in Amsterdam?
It's not cultural appropriation.
Morocco.
It's it's not cultural appropriation if that country attacked you in a terrorist way before. That's what I've
Did
been
Morocco
told.
attack the United States?
No, just Arabs.
Oh, okay.
Arabs have attacked us.
Got it.
Saudi Arabs.
Yes.
But the Moroccans have their a whole own culture over there.
They do. Berbers, and they were colonized by the French. It's cool. They have a pretty progressive king. The rumor was that, and I don't remember who told me this, but that some high-ranking member of the royal family is known to be gay, and therefore the country is incredibly welcoming and cool about gay people.
It's probably a trap.
But that once this person, and it may be the current king, once this person is no longer in power, the next person in line is very conservative, and the whole country is going to be reverted to.
So the next person in line is just closeted gay.
Yeah.
They're just deep down gay.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, so you got to go enjoy it while you can. Go experiment.
Well, I told Sass this though. I haven't been in Morocco. The only time I've been to Morocco was like 11 years ago. I went with my sister, and we traveled around the country, and every single place we stayed assumed that we were a couple. What's that?
I said I didn't know you had a sister until just now.
Really?
Yes.
They assumed you guys were a couple.
I don't want to tell the rest of this because I had a momentum, and he just lied. Because I've told him this exact story over the weekend.
Maybe he just was ignoring
There's
you.
no chance you didn't know I had a sister.
I genuinely don't think I did.
told you this in the green room. And you were like, you should try that on stage, which I then did.
Sure that wasn't a mook? I don't remember this story.
Both of you.
All right, let's continue the story.
And did it work on stage?
Jog my memory.
We've now fucked it.
Oh, you did do it on. I remember you doing it on stage. I don't think you told me that
There it
story.
is.
I remember you coming back and being like, I did the Morocco thing. And I was
There
like,
it
what was
is.
the Morocco thing? Tell the story, because I don't think you told me this story.
I traveled around the country with my sister. Everyone assumed that we were a couple with the same last name. And so they would set us up in a really nice, like they would upgrade us to like a honeymoon suite. And they would put flower petals on the bed.
Like the two swan towels kissing each other?
And it's conservative, Moroccan country. And I didn't want to offend their sensibility. So I fucked her.
You never told me that story.
It's a great joke.
It must have been mook.
It would have been a great joke.
It was. It's a good joke. And I'm glad you did it on stage, because I never heard that.
It's a great joke. Oh, man. That's amazing. You're definitely going to
See what I'm dealing with?
See what I'm dealing with.
I never heard that story. And all of a
Setting
sudden, I'm
up
the
a
bad
joke.
guy.
Oh, I didn't know you had a sister.
I
Who
didn't.
fucking cares? I could be lying.
I didn't know you had a sister. And I never had heard that
Did you
story.
ever watch the Norm Macdonald show?
I've seen episodes of
He
it.
has the episode with David Spade.
I don't think I saw that one.
That's my favorite one. It's unbelievable.
I've probably seen clips of it.
Spade tells an incredible joke about guys that are dating like the gray area sugar baby women, and you don't know if they are until like a couple months in when they ask you to fix their radiator. It's really funny. I don't have it right, but it's very funny. And Norm steps on the joke. Spade flips out at him.
Classic.
That's
Me
what
and
you
Norm
do.
have a lot in common.
If I know you're on your way to something funny, I would never.
I didn't know you were on your way because I never heard the joke before. I had no idea you were on your way to something funny.
Do you think that if I'm telling a story about how the last time I went to Morocco, my sister and I were traveling around the country, that is the moment for you to be like, I didn't know you had a sister?
Yes, I think that's actually the exact moment.
What does that add?
That is the exact moment, because I didn't know that. I never heard that you had a sister.
Did we need to know that you didn't know that?
Yes. We've been doing the podcast for a while. You know that I have sisters, plural.
Which is why I wouldn't feel the need, if you brought them up, to be like, I knew you had
If
sisters.
I out of nowhere was like, so I was with my brother a couple weeks ago, wouldn't you be like, wait, you have a brother?
I'd probably wait until the story was done, knowing myself.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, absolutely I would.
Rome would have said something. Rome would have gone, you don't have a brother.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be on
He's
your
the
way to
best.
something.
He's the best timing and waiter and conversation share at the whole fucking company.
That's because when you're in the middle of talking, he's like writing rhymes in his head. He's not even paying attention to what you're saying.
That's not true. I haven't rhymed in quite some
He's
time.
going, look at your shoes. They're growing roots.
Bob's gay, but you're a faggot. You're going to have such a nice time up there sitting on a roof.
I thought about going to the coast, Tagazoot,
Are you going to are you meeting up with anybody over there?
solo man.
Wow.
Are you going to go to Amsterdam?
No,
Why not?
because it wasn't in the cards.
But you said it was.
It wasn't.
And you
I told you I'm
lied.
going fly fishing. No, I didn't lie.
Oh, yeah, you're coming to Central PA with me.
No, I'm going fly fishing in New York. In the Hudson, remember I told you the story, and you're like, you can't go fly fishing in the Hudson River. I was like, no, it's the Hudson Valley.
Yes, I do remember that conversation.
Right.
Why am I not going with you?
Do you want to come?
Yes.
Come.
When are you going?
Thursday.
I want you guys to hang out for a weekend, just so that you and I can like have a support group together of
Yeah.
the
Battered husbands.
battered husbands of sass.
When me and Mook go on the road together, we leave and we go, all right, great weekend, man. See you next time. There's never complaints.
Mook could join the battered husbands, probably.
Sure could.
He
No, he
knows not to
couldn't.
complain.
Yeah,
No, we couldn't.
You don't think?
I'm nothing but great to
you've
Mook.
silenced him. You've brainwashed
You let him get a water. You let him lose his $100 that he made. He's thumbing it back to Chicago.
No, he flew back.
I think all of it hurts more because I love you.
Ew. The fuck? I didn't like that at all.
I know. That's why I said
I
it.
hated that.
I like you so much.
Oh, I could be sick right now.
And
Sass.
I try very hard to get you to see that you are loved.
Give your Barstool employees your top 5 that you love the most.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Josh DM. Wallow. Gilly.
Arian Foster.
I don't think he's still working here, but Black Brandon. And then honorable mention, Za. Actually, I would put Za ahead of Brandon.
Really?
Yeah. Intern David. And then there's someone else. Oh, Deion Sanders.
What about Willie Colon?
Willie Colon I'd put up there, but he kind of left right when I started.
Oh, okay, so you never really got a good
we never really
overlap
crossed paths.
with Cologne. Never got a nice whiff.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a great fucking list. I too love my black brothers.
Yeah. Is that what? I didn't even realize that.
Oh, shit.
I was just going off of who I respect the most.
I try to lift him up,
Yeah, you do.
but he wants to stay planted on the ground.
That's why you love Angel Reese so much.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's why you hate Caitlin Clark.
No, I love Caitlin Clark.
No, you don't.
I'm a huge Clark head.
No, you don't.
My gamer tag, my clan tag on Call of Duty is
Clan.
Clark. My clan tag on Call of Duty is Clark. And it's been that way since she lost in the finals. And I'll never change it.
You got to put a featuring on her then. Ride with Dave.
Yeah, that's insane. I'm definitely not doing that.
What he's going to win $10 million if that hits?
Yeah. Are they even going to make the playoffs? They're
Yeah.
like 15. They're like 13 and 15, aren't they?
They're going to make the playoffs. We all have to hope that he hits that because it'll be right before bonus season.
True. Except I don't think bonus season comes out of his pocket, does it?
Now it does. Now that he owns the company for $1.
True.
Happy anniversary to the boss man, by the way,
What do you mean?
of buying the company for $1.
Oh, that's today?
It was this past week. You're obviously not on social media anymore.
No. I'm not.
Classic.
Got a jet boil. New pickup.
What's that? Jet boil?
Camp. It's like a camp like thing that boils water for coffee
Oh yeah,
and for
butane.
and for like MREs.
Are you going to actually go to Central Pennsylvania and eat some MREs?
Yeah, I've ordered them online. I'll tell you which ones I got.
Can you buy the same ones that they have in the military?
You can buy those, but you don't buy. You don't.
I heard they're good. There just has to be a ton of salt in them.
Yeah, the ones that I got are like pretty. There's like a couple that are really good, and then there's some that are like awful. I got the beef stroganoff, which is supposed to be really good, and then I got the chili mac, which is supposed to be really good, and then I got the chicken, which I don't know about this one, the chicken teriyaki with rice, which I haven't heard any reviews on that.
I
But
know
it should
that
be pretty good.
That beef mac is incredible.
The beef mac is good. The chili
it has
mac,
to be, or chili mac.
the
Yeah,
chili
that has to
mac
be
and the
incredible.
beef stroganoff is supposed to be like those are supposed to be the two best.
I have to have some of the. Bring me in a chili mac. I'll
I
pay you
will.
double.
Yeah, I'll bring in. No, bringing it. How about next episode?
Yeah, next episode. We'll do it tomorrow.
I don't know if my jet boil is going to be here in time though. Gets there tomorrow.
Did you guys watch Generation Kill on HBO?
I started it. That's the Vietnam one.
No, it's Iraq.
I don't think I did.
I also read the book.
I started that.
The book was pretty good too.
The
Started
show is
book?
supposed to be great. Mook actually loves that show.
The show is great too. It just kind of presents the Iraq War in a way where you're like, man, this war, as most wars do, sucks. But this one was like,
Pointless.
they just, seems like I don't know. I don't have a strong opinion, but like at least according to the show, they were bored a lot, and then they were doing extremely dangerous things for no, like it was just orders.
Have you ever watched the documentary? I think you're watching the documentary called The Turning Point, right?
Yeah, that one's on the.
I think this one's
Cold
called.
War right now.
It might be called The Tipping Point,
Hmm.
and it's the post 9/11 documentary, and they're following around all these dudes in like Iraq and Iran, and they're like, all of them are like, this is so fucked.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't know why I'm here. They're like, we thought we were gonna be like killing terrorists, and we're just walking around a desert
Yeah.
doing nothing.
That's so fucked.
Yeah.
I had a buddy that was in, he was a Marine, and he was over there, and like they just did nothing, saw no action the entire time, and he's like a little bit mouthy. He's from Northeast Philly, and his, whenever he like mouthed off to his officer would just be like, dig a 10-foot hole in the sand right there.
Yeah.
Sucks so bad, and he
Yeah.
would just be digging the hole, cursing off,
Crazy.
cursing out his commanding officer. That must have been so brutal.
Yeah.
Just being in the desert, being lippy, and just fucking having to dig a 10-foot hole.
Yeah.
That's such
10
bullshit.
feet is deep.
10 feet is insane. Just digging
How
a
do you even
hole
get out of
out
that?
of punishment. Yeah, I guess you gotta, I don't know, stay in there.
Yeah.
That sucks so bad.
It's
But yeah, it
called
was
The Turning
nasty
Point,
times.
by the way.
Huh?
This
Turning
one's called
Point.
The Turning Point as well. It must be like a series.
They do a few of them. Yeah.
There's
And
probably...
Netflix is about to do the new a new season of the like that great sports doc series that they do.
Untold.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be sick.
There's some cool ones in there that I'm excited about.
What
they
are
do
they?
such a good job with those. I'll look them up.
I don't love sports docs.
Oh, I love them.
Really?
Yeah, I went through a phase a couple weeks ago where I was just binging just 30 for 30 documentaries.
They just don't hit the same for me anymore.
They've
I
got
love
one
'em.
about Steve McNair's death, the Air McNair, which is going to be really interesting. The one about the 2023 sign stealing scheme in Michigan, as told by Connor Stallions. The life and times of U.S. soccer icon Hope Solo.
That'll be interesting.
That'll be interesting. See her wail on her husband.
And then blast some pictures up online for the fappening. She scheduled those for the fappening.
I think that's it. That's all I can see right now.
I've heard.
I forgot about that she was like she had her nudes leaked or something.
Yeah, or something.
Something like that. I do remember that she beat up her husband though.
Was it her husband?
Or her boyfriend, something like that.
Because I remember there was also a U.S. soccer team player who beat up her girlfriend, or like they beat each other up.
She beat up her husband.
She beat up her husband.
Okay. Was this Brianna Scurry that I'm thinking of? The old goalkeeper?
No idea.
Someone on
I think
that
that's kind of
team.
how gay relationships are though. Like you get in an argument and you just beat the shit out of each other.
You
Right.
can.
Yeah.
It's Gay Pat.
That's what Gay Pat used to tell us.
Right.
He said that every time he broke up with someone, they would just fist fight and then be like, all right, I'll see you around.
That's cool.
A fucking
It's
fight and
badass.
you break up.
Yeah.
And you go your separate ways. It's cathartic probably.
Yeah. You probably leave with like no bad blood.
Unless you take the L.
Yeah, unless you get the shit kicked out of you.
Then you're just steaming to your next relationship.
Yeah.
And then you pick a tinier guy. That's why people
that's why
wind
you
up
go. That's when you move to Twinks.
Twinks. Yeah. They just get into Twinks because they know they could win the breakup fight.
The breakup brawl.
That'd be a sick rough and rowdy.
Yeah.
Breakup brawls.
That actually is a great idea.
That would go crazy.
Mm.
We should pitch it to Dave. I'm sure West Virginia would love it. And Morocco until their next leader comes into play.
Bingo.
And it's all gays and lesbians, but then the final fight is a dude and a girl. That would be the biggest rough and rowdy of all time.
Yeah.
Like one of the Abel brothers and his ex. But she has brass knuckles.
Yes, that would make it fair. Or
Yeah.
cement gloves.
Yeah.
Plaster in her boxing gloves. That's exactly what it would be.
All right.
All right. Perfect. That was a perfect time to tuck that in.
Ended on a good riff.
I'll be in Austin September 14th, September 19th or something like that. Yeah, September 19th, 20th, something like that. Tickets at punchup.live/Francis Ellis.
My Don't Tell set comes out next Wednesday. Watch that on Don't Tell Comedy. Their YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll post it on my Instagram and stuff. So
Nice. All right. Anything, Round?
Pop punk, DC, Philly. So please come to these. It would be such a shame. I would be so embarrassed if the Philly show does not have a lot of people at it. Please come, just to save me the embarrassment. It will be fun. Special guests, etc. Cool. See you guys next time.